Well, hello everybody and welcome to my show. This is, oh shoot, it's been a while, I forgot. Oh yeah, it's Consistent Preterism. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jason DaCosta, and this is a real weird world that we reside in, isn't it? Just a month ago, we were all doing things and going places and working our jobs and fist bumping, just having a good old time. And now today, it's like the entire world is at a standstill. This coronavirus stuff has really escalated, like Anchorman says. Is it Anchorman? Well, that escalated quickly. I forget who says that. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty wild. Not really sure when this is going to end. Hopefully soon. POTUS spoke last night. If you didn't catch it, he was saying that the cure cannot be bigger than the problem. I think what he's implying is that if this continues to go on for months and months and months, the state of the U.S. economy, or the state of the global economy, actually, could be extremely bad. And, yeah, it could be bad. So we'll have to see what happens, but hopefully it doesn't last too long. Hopefully we can get moving again and get back to some normalcy. Like I had said, basically all of my trips this spring have been canceled because they all entail large gatherings, social gatherings, and that's a no-go. So that's all been canceled. So really what we're doing now that we're working through the work that we had left, we are now in communication with we have Chinese suppliers for certain components that we get, and been working with these guys for at least 12 years now. Good guys. And they have told us that they have the ability to bring in masks, protective face masks. And so obviously with the situation in the U.S., this seems to be a great need for a lot of hospitals and whatnot. So we were expecting a shipment in today, and then it's a small shipment because our suppliers are a bit concerned with customs and coming across the border and things getting held up there. Just with conflict, I guess, now with Trump and China and different things like that, he's a little bit scared. And so we're testing it out. We're going to send in a batch, should arrive today. And then there's going to be a larger batch, which should arrive by the end of the week. And then if that arrives, then hopefully we'll be able to start importing them daily in large quantities. And I already have purchase orders for 250,000 of them. So, these hospitals need them. And the cool thing about my company and my CEO is he's a good guy. He doesn't want to price gouge. Obviously, he can't. You'll get crushed for that kind of thing. But very reasonably priced, and we're doing it so hopefully we can keep people on the payroll and keep this company moving forward without having to lay everybody off. We're also hoping for the stimulus package to kind of kick in and help small businesses out, but you know the drill. Who knows if that'll ever be? But these masks are an interesting proposition because if we can start bringing them in, I am overly confident that I could sell them quickly to hospitals just in the Northeast. I mean, we called maybe, 10 hospitals around Mass and Rhode Island, and we already have probably over 250,000 sold. And we haven't even ventured out to places like New York, who's in a severe crisis. So hopefully that all works out. We have a contact at the Rhode Island governor's office, and we were speaking with her. She works down the hall from Governor Gina Raimondo, who is the governor of Rhode Island. And yesterday we presented a little packet of information along with a plan, a quick little story about who we are, and she's really big on Rhode Island businesses that have been around and all that. So we just gave her the spiel and told her that we have the ability to bring in millions upon millions of protective face masks, and we would like her help expediting the process so that we, instead of shipping daily batches of maybe 50 to 100,000 masks, maybe we can get her to work with us so that we can ship in batches of 1 million masks and, and really get them widespread. So we'll see. That's the goal. We don't know if that goal will come true or not, but we're trying. And I hope everybody out there is doing well in consistent preterism land. Haven't really been focusing or paying attention to anything that's going on, to be honest. Barely even read the comments on my YouTube vids anymore. Although Stephen Dipset Whitset, the dyslexic Dunning-Kruger poster boy himself, he commented the other day. And it's funny, when he comments, you see his name pop up and he's got like Reverend Stephen Whitset, M.Div, scholar, theologian. Like, he's got all these titles by his name because, when you're really dumb, you have to try to get people to think that you're really smart. And so that's what Stephen Whitset does. And he commented and said, what did he say? He said something about how the Jews in Judea were all 12 tribes in the time of the first century. And I just backhanded him into dyslexic oblivion and showed him how that's just not the case. I mean, all one has to do is take a look at James and what James wrote in his letter to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Okay, Judea is not scattered abroad. Okay, what did Caiaphas say? Caiaphas said that that Christ died for the nation. That's Judea, Stephen. But Caiaphas goes on and says not only for that nation, but also for all the sons of God scattered abroad. So Caiaphas drops the bomb on Stephen Whitset's head and tells Stephen Whitset that there were sons of God, a.k.a. Israelites, that were scattered abroad. And Caiaphas drops the bomb and shows Stephen that the scattered abroad term encapsulates and includes a lot more than just Judea. So Stephen Whitset's point was destroyed. I even showed him how Josephus said that the 10 tribes were beyond the Euphrates until that day in the first century and were a great number that couldn't be estimated or counted. In fact, that is the very same thing that John says in Revelation 7 when he beholds a great number that could not be counted from all nations. So he had no arguments. I don't believe he's commented to this day. He has not replied, and if he does, we'll just have a little fun with him because he's kind of numb. But other than that, not a lot of action, not a lot of thinking going on in my part in terms of the Bible. I did talk to Ryan McKittrick via email last week, I think it was. He had reached out to me, and I guess he listened to my last critique about how I wanted to eventually take a look at Ward Fenley's anti-IO videos. And so he reached out to me saying, no way, dude, I was going to do that too. And cool guy, didn't want to step on my toes, basically said if I'm going to do it, he won't do it kind of thing. And I said, well, he's got these two, I guess he's got a 4-part mini-series, which I've listened to, I think, one of, and it's just horrendous. And then he's got a one long, I think 2-hour long anti-IO video where he literally takes a freaking 12-inch butcher knife and butchers the entire Old Testament. It's disgusting. I listened to this thing back in the day, I think 2 years ago, when I was just learning IO and just putting the pieces together for myself. And back then, I knew how horrific this was. I can't imagine how easy and fun this is going to be to shred when I finally get around to it in the months to come, whenever that may be. So we agreed, and the agreement was that I would critique the longer 2-hour one and look at all his Old Testament butcherings, and Ryan would go at the shorter 4-part miniseries and do like a little 4-part reply series himself. So that's cool. Maybe that is coming out soon on his end. I'm not sure, but looking forward to that. As far as my critique of his nonsense goes, that will be coming at some point. But absolutely no promises right now. I'm trying to keep the wheels from falling off, and I'm a little bit stressed out because, as you guys know, I'm in the midst of starting to build a home. Luckily, I didn't start yet, but everything's kind of on a standstill stop right now. The town postponed the April meeting, so now the next meeting I can attend is early May, but as it looks right now, that's probably going to be postponed too. So I'm shooting for probably early June meeting and late June construction start, which just really throws my timeline off because, I was hoping to start in maybe April or May, and work 3-4 months through the warm summer into the fall and hopefully be done by maybe September, October. And now it's looking like that might not be the case. We might, and I say might, be in there by Christmas time. But I don't know. I really don't know. There's a lot of things up in the air. I guess it's good in a sense because I can kind of watch what happens over the next 2 to 3 months in the economy and whatnot and see, how this is going to affect me personally and financially and make sure that this is the right move to do right now. I still have every intention of moving forward with it. And I got loans and everything just waiting. And so I definitely want to do it. I still plan on doing it. I just think that I need to watch closely as to what happens over the next few months. But anyways, folks, that's about all I got for you. This was very, very basic. No Bible talking today. Just wanted to check in. Hope you're all doing well. Hope the coronavirus hasn't taken you down. Excuse me. Oh, that could be corona. I just hope that you guys are living life, enjoying the downtime, enjoying time with your loved ones, families, and friends. Although you can't even hang out with them because there's no social gathering, so we're all screwed. But hopefully life gets back soon and we can all get back to doing what we know and what we love. Anyways, folks, I hope you all have a great day and a great week, and I'll try to check in with you somewhere down the line. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.